I've walked these roads with an empty soul. The seeds were dry, my hands got cold. The fields grew weeds where faith once bloomed, and every sunrise felt like gloom. I traded peace for work and gain, and I left my heart out in the rain. Now I'm down where grace begins in dust and confession again. Dust and confession, that's where I kneel. No fancy words, just what I feel. My sins are heavy, my pride's been real, but mercy breaks what time can't heal. I found my soul where I lost my will in dust and confession still. I tried to hide in the noise of town, but the silence brought me tumbling down. The plow still waits, the earth still turns, and deep inside, redemption burns. I ain't the man I thought I'd be, but faith's still digging under me. The cracks are wide, but love runs in through dust and confession again. Dust and confession, that's where I kneel. No fancy words, just what I feel. My sins are heavy, my pride's been real, but mercy breaks what time can't heal. I found my soul where I lost my will in dust and confession still. The Lord don't need a perfect man, just a heart that understands. He meets me low beneath my skin in dust and confession again. Dust and confession, grace so near, He turns my shame to songs I hear. From broken ground, His truth revealed, where mercy plows and wounds are healed. I'll live and rise from where I've been in dust and confession again. The fire took all I had to hold, left this land in shades of cold. But even here, beneath the pain, I feel the heartbeat of the rain.
The smoke still lingers in the breeze, but grace runs deeper than what we see. You can't burn faith, it hides and waits, like water under ashes wait.
Water under ashes, still running free. Quiet rivers only heaven can see. Through the wreck, through the scars, through the fears we face, there's living water in the strangest place. You can't kill mercy, it still embraces water under ashes.
We thought the drought had won the fight, but God's hand moves beneath the night. The soil still hums a sacred tune, that mercy rises from the ruin.
The ground may burn, but hearts still mend. He writes beginnings in every end. Hope flows through the cracks of grace, like water under ashes place. Water under ashes, still running free. Quiet rivers only heaven can see. Through the wreck, through the scars, through the fears we face, there's living water in the strangest place. You can't kill mercy, it still embraces water under ashes. When the smoke clears, when the night is gone, you'll find His love was there all along.
What fire destroys, His river replaces. Water under ashes.
Water under ashes, still running free. Flowing where the blind hearts see.
Out of the dust, out of the flame, grace still whispers Jesus' name. You can't stop love, it still amazes. Water under ashes.
The plows were rusted, the wells ran dry. The fields forgot the summer sky. But someone prayed and heaven heard, and rain came down on every word. Now roots are stretching, songs abound. Faith is rising from the ground. The dirt's still holy where love was found. There's grace in the ground.
Grace in the ground, mercy in the clay. Life keeps growing where we kneel and pray. From the dust of doubt to the bloom of sound, God's still working.
There's grace in the ground. The old church bell began to ring as children sky was dry, my heart was too. The years were long, the faith was few, but even dust can hum his name. The fields remember rain, the plow still rests where prayers once fell. The stories only heaven tells. Each furrow sings, those scars remain. The fields remember rain, the fields remember rain. When I forget his name, they hold the tears I tried to hide, and bloom when grace arrives through every drought, through every pain. The fields remember rain. I see the green where brown once lay. The Lord brought life in his own way. He didn't rush, he knew the time, and turned my dust to sacred rhyme. Now every storm that crossed my lane has left behind a holy stain, and I can hear that soft refrain. The fields remember rain, the fields remember rain. When I forget his name, they hold the tears I tried to hide, and bloom when grace arrives through every drought, through every pain. The fields remember rain. His mercy falls where roots once died, and faith still grows from deep inside. I lost my way, but not his claim. The fields remember rain, the fields remember rain. And now so do I again. Each drop that falls, each song that stays, brings heaven close in quiet ways. Though time may fade, his love remains. The fields remember rain. trust. You can't bury what God made. Living water never fades. Through the dry and through the rough, there's a well beneath the dust. My hands were bleeding, my hope was thin, but I kept digging deep within. Then joy came up, pure and strong, a flood of grace that's been there all along. There's a well beneath the dust, where the thirsty find their trust. You can't bury what God made. Living water never fades. Through the dry and through the rough, there's a well beneath the dust. When faith runs low and days get long, I hear that well sing heaven's song. Ain't no drought can steal enough from the well beneath the dust. There's a well beneath the dust, where the weary rise from rust. He still flows through broken clay, turning night to brightest day. Every soul that dares to trust finds a well beneath the dust. The rain came hard, the sky turned black. I lost the road, couldn't find my track. My knees hit mud, my heart hit stone. I whispered, Lord, don't leave me alone. I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain. Didn't ask for sunshine, just some grace to remain. Through the roar and the lightning, one truth I discovered: He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. My soul was dry, faith was fading, I won't deny. But in that storm, through fear and wonder, I felt His hand beneath the thunder. I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain. Didn't ask for sunshine, just some grace to remain. Through the roar and the lightning, one truth I discovered: He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. You don't need calm for God to speak. His love runs deep when we're too weak. Even storms can make faith stronger When you pray in the thunder, I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain, and peace came quietly, not in vain. When the storm rolled on, I found my brother. He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. I kneel beneath a broken sky. My prayers just faded, no reply. The night was long, the silence deep. I sowed my tears and couldn't sleep.
But somewhere past that heavy dark, I felt a spark, a holy mark. Not thunder loud, not angels track, just heaven whispering back.
When heaven whispered back, the night turned gold, the fear turned slack. No trumpet sound, no lightning crack, just peace in the air. When heaven whispered back, the storm was gone, but I still cried. Didn't know the pain had died.
Then softly came that sacred tone. I'm here, my child, you're not alone.
No burning bush, no grand attack, just heaven whispering back. When heaven whispered back, the night turned gold, the fear turned slack. No trumpet sound, no lightning crack, just peace in the air. When heaven whispered back. I shouted for heaven, but the sky didn't break. Waited for thunder, no sound did it make. I thought he was gone when the night fell deep, but peace came soft and I fell asleep. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a voice calling out my name. It was stillness, holy and free, the silence that saved me. Stayed still, the storm passed by, but I could feel a whisper warm beneath my pain, the sound of grace through quiet rain. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a voice calling out my name. It was stillness, holy and free, the silence that saved me. When all my words were washed away, His mercy spoke in its own way. No need for proof, no sight to see, just the silence that saved me. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. No louder sound could ever be than the silence that saved me. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. No louder sound could ever be than the silence that saved me, than the silence that saved me. The storm rolled through and took it all. The barn, the fence, the old wood wall. But when the thunder lost its fight, the morning broke in holy light. The children laughed, the old folks prayed. The ashes turned to golden clay. We found our strength, our souls unpinned. There's grace
Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Hope came back through broken pain. What the storm tore down, His love will mend. There's grace after the wind.
The fields are bare, but faith still grows. In every tear the Savior sows. The sky is clear, the heart is new. We saw His hand in what we knew. From every loss His peace begins. There's grace after the wind.
Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Hope came back through broken pain. What the storm tore down, His love will mend. There's grace after the wind. The trees may bend, but roots still stay. There's grace after the wind. He turns the night to brand new day. There's grace after the wind. We rise again, forgiven, pinned by grace after the wind. Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Faith reborn, no loss in vain. From ashes to light, from hurt to friend. There's grace after the wind. Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Hope came back through broken pain. What the storm tore down, His love will mend. There's grace after the wind. There's grace after the wind.
I chased the thunder, I begged for a sign, waited for heaven to draw the line. But when the sky went still and torn, I heard the whisper behind the storm. The trees bowed low, the clouds rolled wide, the world grew quiet, and so did I. Through broken skies, my heart was reborn by the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook His name. It was mercy soft and love so warm, the whisper behind the storm. The rain stopped falling, the air air turned clear, and peace spoke loud in what I could hear. He didn't shout, he didn't warn, just whispered truth behind the storm. Now I walk roads that fear once owned, but grace keeps calling my spirit home. In every wind I feel his form, the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook his name. It was mercy soft and love so warm, the whisper behind the When my heart breaks, he doesn't yell. He mends my soul where silence dwells. The loudest love I've ever known was the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. Now I am safe, I am reborn, through the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook his name. It was mercy soft and love so warm, the whisper behind the storm, the whisper behind the storm.
I've walked these roads with an empty soul. The seeds were dry, my hands got cold. The fields grew weeds where faith once bloomed, and every sunrise felt like gloom. I traded peace for work and gain, and I left my heart out in the rain. Now I'm down where grace begins in dust and confession again. Dust and confession, that's where I kneel. No fancy words, just what I feel. My sins are heavy, my pride's been real, but mercy breaks what time can't heal. I found my soul where I lost my will in dust and confession still. I tried to hide in the noise of town, but the silence brought me tumbling down. passion burns. I ain't the man I thought I'd be, but faith's still digging under me. The cracks are wide, but love runs in through dust and confession again. Dust and confession, that's where I kneel. No fancy words, just what I feel. My sins are heavy, my pride's been real, but mercy breaks what time can't heal. I found my soul where I lost my will in dust and confession still. The Lord don't need a perfect man, just a heart that understands. He meets me low beneath my skin in dust and confession again. Dust and confession, grace so near. He turns my shame to songs I hear. From broken ground, His truth revealed. Where mercy plows and wounds are healed, I'll live and rise from where I've been in dust and confession again. The fire took all I had to hold, left this land in shades of cold. But even here, beneath the pain, I feel the heartbeat of the rain.
The smoke still lingers in the breeze, but grace runs deeper than what we see. You can't burn faith, it hides and waits, like water under ashes wait.
Water under ashes, still running free. Quiet rivers only heaven can see. Through the wreck, through the scars, through the fears we face, there's living water in the strangest place. You can't kill mercy, it still embraces water under ashes.
We thought the drought had won the fight, but God's hand moves beneath the night. The soil still hums a sacred tune, that mercy rises from the ruin.
The ground may burn, but hearts still mend. He writes beginnings in every end. Hope flows through the cracks of grace, like water under ashes place. Water under ashes, living water in the strangest place. You can't kill mercy, it still embraces water under ashes. When the smoke clears, when the night is gone, you'll find His love was there all along.
What fire destroys, His river replaces. Water under ashes.
Water under ashes, still running free, flowing where the blind heart see.
Out of the dust, out of the flame, grace still whispers Jesus' name. You can't stop love, it still amazes. Water under ashes.
The plows were rusted, the wells ran dry, the fields forgot the summer sky. But someone prayed and heaven heard, and rain came down on every word. Now roots are stretching, songs abound, faith is rising from the ground. The dirt's still holy where love was found. There's grace in the ground.
Grace in the ground, mercy in the clay. Life keeps growing where we kneel and pray. From the dust of doubt to the bloom of sound, God's still working.
There's grace in the ground. The old church bell began to ring as children ran and farmers sing. Hands once empty now overflow with the seeds His goodness sows. The broken barns, the beaten towns now echo faith in gospel sounds. The lost are found where hope is plowed. There's grace in the ground.
Grace in the ground, mercy in the clay. Life keeps growing where we kneel and pray. From the dust of doubt to the bloom of sound, God's still working.
There's grace in the ground. Lead the soil remembers every tear.
Grace in the
He turned our pain to harvest cheer. What once was lost is now profound. There's grace in the ground.
Grace in the ground, mercy in the clay. Heaven meets earth in a farmer's way. Every heart that's lost is found where faith takes root and joy resounds. We're standing strong on holy ground. There's grace in the ground, grace in the ground, mercy in the clay.
sky was dry, my heart was too. The years were long, the faith was few. But even dust can hum his name. The fields remember rain. The plow still rests where prayers once fell. The stories only heaven tells. Each furrow sings, those scars remain. The fields remember rain. The fields remember rain. When I forget his name, they hold the tears I tried to hide, and bloom when grace arrives through every drought, through every pain. The fields remember rain. I see the green where brown once lay. The Lord brought life in his own way. He didn't rush, he knew the time, and turned my dust to sacred rhyme. Now every storm that crossed my lane has left behind a holy stain, and I can hear that soft refrain. The fields remember rain. The fields remember rain. When I forget his name, they hold the tears I tried to hide, and bloom when grace arrives through every drought, through every pain. The fields remember rain. His mercy falls where roots once died, and faith still grows from deep inside. I lost my way, but not his claim. The fields remember rain. The fields remember rain. And now so do I again. Each drop that falls, each song that stays, brings heaven close in quiet ways. Though time may fade, his love remains. The fields remember rain.
kept digging deep within. Then joy came up, pure and strong, a flood of grace that's been there all along. There's a well beneath the dust where the thirsty find their trust. You can't bury what God made. Living water never fades. Through the dry and through the rough, there's a well beneath the dust. When faith runs low and days get long, I hear that well sing heaven's song. Ain't no drought can steal enough from the well beneath the dust. There's a well beneath the dust where the weary rise from rust. He still flows through broken clay, turning night to brightest day. Every soul that dares to trust finds a well beneath the dust. The rain came hard, the sky turned black. I lost the road, couldn't find my track. My knees hit mud, my heart hit stone. I whispered, Lord, don't leave me alone. I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain. Didn't ask for sunshine, just some grace to remain. Through the roar and the lightning, one truth I discovered: He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. My soul was dry, faith was fading, I won't deny. But in that storm, through fear and wonder, I felt His hand beneath the thunder. I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain. Didn't ask for sunshine, just some grace to remain. Through the roar and the lightning, one truth I discovered: He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. You don't need calm for God to speak. His love runs deep when we're too weak. Even storms can make faith stronger when you pray in the thunder. I prayed in the thunder, cried in the rain, and peace came quietly, not in vain. When the storm rolled on, I found my brother. He still hears the heart that prays in the thunder. I knelt beneath a broken sky. My prayers just faded, no reply. The night was long, the silence deep. I sold my tears and couldn't sleep.
But somewhere past that heavy dark, I felt a spark, a holy mark. Not thunder loud, not angels track, just heaven whispering back.
When heaven whispered back, the night turned gold, the fear turned slack. No trumpet sound, no lightning crack, just peace in the air. When heaven whispered back. The storm was gone, but I still cried. Didn't know the pain had died.
Then softly came that sacred tone. I'm here, my child, you're not alone.
No burning bush, no grand attack, just heaven whispering back. When heaven whispered back, the night turned gold, the fear turned slack. No trumpet sound, no lightning crack, just peace in the air. When heaven whispered back. The quiet voice that split the dark
Lit a fire inside my heart.
Now I don't need the thunder's track. I've heard heaven whisper back. When heaven whispered back, the world stood still, no faith did laugh. No thunder rolled, no shadows black, just mercy and bloom. When heaven whispered back.
I shouted for heaven, but the sky didn't break. Waited for thunder, no sound did it make. I thought he was gone when the night fell deep, but peace came soft and I fell asleep. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a voice calling out my name. It was stillness, holy and free, the silence that saved me. storm passed by, but I could feel a whisper warm beneath my pain, the sound of grace through quiet rain. It was in the fire, it was in the flame, it wasn't a voice calling out my name. It was stillness, holy and free, the silence that saved me. When all my words were washed away, His mercy spoke in its own way. No need for proof, no sight to see, just the silence that saved me. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. No louder sound could ever be than the silence that saved me. It wasn't the fire, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. No louder sound could ever be than the silence that saved me, than the silence that saved me. The storm rolled through and took it all. The barn, the fence, the old wood wall. But when the thunder lost its fight, the morning broke in holy light. The children laughed, the old folks prayed. The ashes turned to golden clay. We found our strength, our souls unpinned. There's grace after the wind.
Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Hope came back through broken pain. What the storm tore down, His love will mend. There's grace after the wind.
The fields are bare, but faith still grows. In every tear, the Savior sows. The sky is clear, the heart is new. We saw His hand in what we knew. From every loss, His peace begins. There's grace after the wind.
Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. grace after the wind.
The trees may bend, but roots still stay.
There's grace after the wind.
He turns the night to brand new day.
There's grace after the wind.
We rise again, forgiven, pinned by grace after the wind.
Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain, faith reborn, no loss in vain. From ashes to light, from hurt to friend, there's grace after the wind. Grace after the wind, mercy in the rain. Hope came back through broken pain. What the storm tore down, His love will mend. There's grace after the wind.
There's grace after the wind.
I chased the thunder, I begged for a sign, waited for heaven to draw the line. But when the sky went still and torn, I heard the whisper behind the storm. The trees bowed low, the clouds rolled wide, the world grew quiet, and so did I. Through broken skies, my heart was reborn by the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook His name. It was mercy soft and love so warm, the whisper behind the storm. The rain stopped falling, the air turned clear, and peace spoke loud in what I could hear. He didn't shout, He didn't warn, just whispered truth behind the storm. Now I walk roads that fear once owned, but grace keeps calling my spirit home. In every wind I feel His form, the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook His name. It was mercy soft and love so warm, the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the flame, it wasn't a shout, but love that came. Now I am safe, I am reborn, through the whisper behind the storm. It wasn't the thunder, it wasn't the flame, it wasn't the mountain that shook his name. It was mercy